Hey everybody, it's Sleeve, and for the first time ever on the Sleeve Did It channel, I'm in Delaware. Now before we get this party started, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and comment below. Let me know you have subscribed. Folks, we're in Wilmington at the 7-day farmers market, and you can tell by the architecture, especially the stripe there where it says farmers, that this used to be a path mark. In fact, that cart return is definitely path mark. Now folks, I came here just a day after Thanksgiving. I've been meaning to check out this place because there is a lot of Path to Savings decor left over. Unfortunately, had I come here just one day later, who knows what I would have found. As we're going to see as I walk through the entrance, and you can see the Path to Savings entrance sign. There's a little tape sign both in English and Espanol saying the last day is November 24th, which was Thanksgiving. I came on the 25th, and I'm wondering, should I? But I looked in the through the door there, and I saw they still had stock, and Grandma there was walking through. So I figure, you know what? I'm gonna take a gamble and walk in. Worst they do is kick me out. But folks, for a store that was supposed to go out of business. In fact, their fixture sale was November 28th. So by the time you watch this video, they've already closed up shop. Well, for a store that was supposed to be closing, they still had a lot of inventory. And I had to check this out. The rack there, that definitely was a Pathmark relic. Not sure if this bakery rack or bakery case was, but I had to check it out anyway. A lot of the fixtures did look like they were original to the Pathmark, especially the aisle markers. Now that might have been over to the left, the pharmacy at one point, but in its last iteration it was a hair salon. Go figure. Now, they did do a lot of paint and stickers over the Pathmark save sign there on the aisle markers. They did do a lot of painting, but you still can see plenty of clues to this store's past the Pathmark. Especially when we come around the bend here, getting more of the Pathmark save aisle markers. And you see the big save sign. All I did was take a sticker that said 70 Farmers Market and stick it over the Pathmark sign. But the backsplash over there at the seafood department and the signs in the seafood department were definitely Pathmark leftovers. Now, they kind of moved the produce section a little bit over because you can see the produce tile is more towards the center, and there's another save sign that was also modified from its original Pathmark days. And yes, I have to mention this fairly new tile. I've seen other pictures that had the Path of Savings tile still down. Again, the service meat department still has a lot of Pathmark touches to it. I mean, I was actually taking a look back here at how much of the original Pathmark, despite the floor tile and despite the paint, still remained. It was amazing. I haven't been to a Path of Savings Pathmark since the Lawnside Pathmark closed in 2012, and of course 1 year later became the Zaley's Fresh Kitchen shop right of Lawnside. Now, as we're looking over towards the frozen and the dairy and all that, we're in the dairy section. You see little signage that has different brands of milk, prices, and whatnot. That is actually the color that the Pathmark walls were under the Path of Savings decor. And you can also see that as we go further down the hallway here, the aisle. Again, this store had 19 aisles, so it's a fairly decent-sized Pathmark for its day. The category markers over in Frozen are still left over in Pathmark. In fact, the only thing that's not left over is the Path of Savings floor tile, which we see here. I'm guessing the floor tile got a little ruined, so they had to go replace it with some nicer stuff, which reminds me of what they're using at Quality Built Acme's in the produce section alone. This they did a whole store. This must have been originally the location of the pharmacy, because there's a door over there, which would have been straight to the pharmacy, and there's a thank you sign that is original to the Path of Savings decor. So that may have been where the bakery had moved, either under Pathmark or under 7-Day Farmers Market. At this point, I'm just looking for something, anything to buy, because I really wanted to support this place even on their way out. And also, I've been walking around here looking at everything, so I didn't want to arouse too much suspicion, though there weren't that many shoppers here. So I'm not sure they really would have paid much attention to yours truly. But eventually I did find something to the purchase. I did look around. They sold a little bit of everything. Shoes, scarves. Then again, Pathmark was selling small appliances in their super centers or Save-A centers back during the 1980s and 90s. At this point, I decided to kind of hang a Yui here and see maybe there's anything else I could purchase. And also, it's kind of, looking at all the flags there and everything. I'm sure that Pathmark didn't have so many flags up here, but it is a nice touch. And in all honesty, they did do a good job of making this place look nice. Even, combination of retaining some Pathmark cues and, of course, some updates. It's a shame that this place didn't make it. I'm glad I came here before they were closed for good, but it would have been nice to see this place continue on. Maybe the next owner might be able to keep this place going. Well, keep looking around, and I think the spoiler here is I ended up giving in to my sweet tooth. Well, actually, no, it wasn't for me. I actually ended up getting some candy for the kids to ride my church bus. I figure, well, between the fact that it's probably going to go for less because they're liquidating the place, and two, we're in Delaware, home of no sales tax. So I was pretty sure that it was going to be cheap. And, well, I can tell you that the kids like the candy I bought for them. So all's well that ends well. But I was, still looking around. It's funny. Some of these shelves were packed, and then some you'd come to ones like these, and they were almost bare. It was really sad. But eventually I found where the candy aisle is, or was. And I went and got a couple of bags of candy for the kids on my bus. And that's pretty much the end of my shopping at this former Pathmark. Would be nice one day to find one with the Path of Savings decor in even better condition, or better state of preservation, but I just figured, it is, good to see this before it's gone for good. And by the way, I haven't made any plans yet, but I do want to go to the Pathmark in Brooklyn. A buddy of mine shops there, actually. But I couldn't help myself, I had to walk around one last time and take another look at some of the Pathmark cues there. But again, I want to shop at the Brooklyn Pathmark if I ever can figure out how I'm going to get there, and because I do not want to drive in the city. friend of mine, his son and a friend of his went driving to New York City, and well, they kind of missed an exit, and the kid's car was like, the whole side was like all dented in. They kind of kissed a guardrail there. So yeah, I don't want to drive into New York City if I can help it, but I do want to check out the Brooklyn Pathmark. I did hear that the owners of that Pathmark want to expand the reach of the brand, open some more stores, and that'd be great. But now I'm here to ring out my purchases, and I don't think that those register lights were Pathmark vintage. I think that's another change they made when 7-Day Farmers Market opened up here. But at any rate, I put my purchases down and get them ringed up, and got my receipt put in my reusable bag because they have a bag ban in Delaware too. Go figure. And before I say goodbye to you, and say goodbye to that exit sign, it's also Path of Savings, I did a little checking out of the shopping carts. Now, I'm not one of these people who can tell you what brand or what manufacturer shopping carts, but I know that they don't have their own brand made yet, so there's some from some independent market of some sort I've never heard of. Let me know in the comments below if you've heard of that store. But I did see that this used to be blue, and it still has the Pathmark cart return sign. And then some of these looks like they ground off the name of the store on them, but over in the back over there, if you look very closely, you can see the Pathmark logo on those blue carts over there. There's two over there. Well, I thought I'd take a look. There's also some Walmart carts there too. I don't know how they got those, but I was kind of curious about them orange carts. So I moved this Walmart cart out of the way. Walked around. Now they ground down the name off the handle. But I'm assuming those ones, especially ones with the coin return slots on them, they may have been bottom dollar food shopping carts. Just something about them just brings back memories of shopping at bottom dollar foods. And then I couldn't help it. I had to take a look at the pharmacy door. Back in the day, Pathmarks had a separate entrance just to the pharmacy itself. And this was the pharmacy door before the pharmacy got moved to the opposite end. And that'll about do it for us here. Folks, like, share, subscribe, comment, ring the bell, tell a friend. Check out places before they're gone for good. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next video. I can't believe I got in this place.